Or in Houston life. And of course, Joe Sam, Lauren Kelly's here too. Don't worry, she's got some great food coming up. But Joe Sam is also here at Emancipation Park with a piece of his history. And Joe, I know you're going to walk us around this beautiful park.
It really is. We're going to be taking you around the park and showing you all the great things that you can come and experience. Right now, we're pretty much at the entrance of the park at the historical marker to talk all about that and how you can come and experience this history yourself here. Such a significant history, rich history here in Houston. I'm here with the executive director, Lucy, to talk about this historical marker that we have here because it and that's why we're here to celebrate it here at Emancipation Park.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about this beautiful location. It's the historic Emancipation Park that was founded in 1872 by 4 young men right out of slavery. And this is the historical landmark of this beautiful 10 acres. And it was granted to the Emancipation Park in 2008 by the Texas Historical Commission.
This is something that's really great because before people can even go and experience the park themselves and explore all that you have to offer, they learned a lot just from reading this historical marker. But then there are so many different facilities around this location here that people can enjoy and check out. We're going to be doing that today, seeing some great things that people can come and see here for themselves. I've seen people walking out of the athletic center. There's a lot of great things happening here.
A lot of great things happening here. This is just like any other park. We have a baseball field, we have basketball, we have swimming, we have a gym, but it's historic. It's the only park that was African Americans were allowed to visit back in the day.
Yes.
It is the first and the oldest park in the city of Houston.
Absolutely. And then we have a little bit more history that we want to send out there for people because it cost how much? Just hundreds of dollars.
$800.
$800.
10 acres of land, $800.
And look at where it's become. Look at where it is now today, which brings a smile to all of our faces here because it has so much rich culture, history, and tradition. We come here and celebrate every single year, and we're going to continue doing that this June 19th. As we celebrate Juneteenth, we're going to get ready to send things back to Courtney and Derek right now. But Lucy, don't go anywhere because we're going to be taking you guys on a few places around the park. There's so much to see, but we're going to take you to just a few, Courtney and Derek, to show you how great this park is.
I love it. Can't wait to see what the next stop is.
Yeah, just a good time ahead of Juneteenth, about to be an official holiday.
Yes.
The president expected to sign that bill any moment. All right, Joe, see you in just a bit. All right, now we're going to send things over to Mr. Joe Sam, hanging out of the park. Hey, Joe.
Thanks, Derek, for that. Yeah, before you saw us at the front of the park where you will find the aquatic, the fitness and culture center. Now we move to the back where you'll see the picnic pavilion, which is what they call the front porch. I have Lucy here with me again to talk more about that. We see the front porch right now. You said they have rocking chairs out there where you can really just enjoy your time with your family, watch the kids play at the area here. Talk a little bit more about that.
This was traditionally the picnic area. We named it the front porch when Theo Freelon, the same guy who designed the African American Museum in Washington, D.C., designed it. And it's an opportunity for you to come and sit on the porch, kind of like they did in the day, and watch your kids play baseball, watch them in the kids' playground, or even watch them, you know, just play through the park. And that's the significance of calling it the front porch because it has a parallelism among the front porch that we remember back in the day.
We really do. I used to remember my grandmother sitting on her front porch watching us play around in the yard. And then something else that's really, really beautiful here is this amazing structure that we have, which is what we call the arches. Talk about that there.
The arches, it represents freedom. If you look at it, the hands are going up. And the idea of what Theo Freelon had at the time was to make sure that people understood the hopes and the dreams of the slaves back then, the hopes and the dreams of people who were freely emancipated, that there's some words on that arch that kind of simulates them. What it does is to give people, you know, just guidance and help them think that there is a possibility that anything can happen.
And those words that you're talking about, you can see them under there. They say liberation, opportunity, creativity, and release. We know that it's been such a release because we've been building all of that in just from what we've experienced through slavery, and now we can finally release that out and show our freedom, show our happiness, our pride, our culture and traditions, which has all been found here in the park. There's been so many different events that you've had here at the park to represent black justice, black freedom, when we all seen the situations that we had with the police and the community. They had those beautiful monuments here of all of the people that we've seen lost. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin. It was such a beautiful event to have that happen here in the park.
So the actual name of these is called We Rise Up. And we took advantage of that for our virtual Juneteenth celebration this year. Our final episode of virtual environment is called Rise.
Wow.
You know, We Rise Up. So, you know, that song that everybody's singing.
And
so,
rise
Rise Up. You'll be singing that song on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Make sure to tune in for our final virtual celebration of our 149 Juneteenth celebration.
Lucy, this is going to be absolutely wonderful. I cannot tell you guys how excited it is to be here at this park. I run around here every single morning, and this is something great to see everybody enjoying themselves. We see a lot of people already out enjoying themselves. And Courtney and Derek, this is going to be so incredible for us to continue talking about this here. Lauren, I hear you have some great things going on out there as far as food is concerned.
I sure do, Joe. I know that's one of your favorites. Come on.
Lauren, who is standing by, or I'm sorry, Joe Sam. Sorry, Joe, I bumped you.
Don't forget about me, but you know what? We are not going to forget about the things that are happening here at Emancipation Park because it is absolutely beautiful. We're on the corner of Elgin and Emancipation. This is one of the corners, and at each corner of the park represents one of the founders. We are talking about the founder, Jack Yates, and I'm here with Lucy again to tell us about this amazing founder and this amazing monument that we have here of him because it's beautiful.
There are 4 monuments. It encompasses all 4 corners of the park. We used to call them the 4 corners, but as you can see, these monuments are beautiful. They were led by Reginald Adams, and this is Jack Yates. It all started with him, but he went on to organize other churches. He started with Bethel Church, other churches in Houston, and there's also a school in this community named after him. Reverend Jack Yates is Jack Yates High School, the same high school that George Floyd graduated from.
Absolutely beautiful, and I also hear that each monument represents a type of element. We have earth, air, fire, and water. Jack Yates is the fire.
Jack Yates is the fire because he ignited everything that happened because of Juneteenth, because of Emancipation Park, and we understand today is a great day, and his flames are still burning.
It is.
It's still burning.
We are so proud to be here because we've been all around the park. If you guys can already tell, we've been moving around, checking out the park, touring how beautiful it is. There's a space for every single person to come here and enjoy, and there's history that is spread throughout so you can really learn about this park, Emancipation Park, what it means to Juneteenth, what it means to African American history, and why it's so important here in Texas.
And we want you to come here. We want you to learn about the park. We want you to learn about Juneteenth. And when you leave here, we want you to spread the word, share, like, www.epconservancy.org, or follow us on our social media platform, EP Conservancy, at EP Conservancy. Please do, and share, like us, and tell the world about Emancipation Park and Juneteenth.
That's right. You have been absolutely wonderful, and I love all of the wisdom, the knowledge that you've had about this park here. You say 10 acres that we can really come and enjoy ourselves in. We see how beautiful the sun rising above our heads right now. That means that they're shining down on us right now. All of those founders are proud of what we're doing here, continuing to keep their legacy alive.
They're smiling now, and they're looking down, and they're smiling, and we hope to continue to perpetuate the rich history of this park. Next year, we'll be celebrating 150 years, so come back and see us, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We're going to come back and see you guys every single day. That's how much we love the park here. Lucy, thanks so much for being with us and sharing all of that information.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Courtney and Derek, I cannot tell you how proud I am of this park, Emancipation Park. I come here every single morning. I'm going to continue coming here every day because it is such a beautiful place to come and see.
Oh, I agree with you, Joe. It's one of the best places in the city.
Very nice. And Lucy Bremont, she works so hard as well. Joe, we'll see you in just a bit.